expect to see from Kansas offensively this weekend?
I expect to see them try to stretch the field, run the ball a lot. I know their quarterback's a really good athlete. It's probably to be a lot of zone read, things like that. Get their hands into their skill position and make plays.
Is this going to be a key for this week of everybody? We've heard you guys say this a lot, but everybody doing their 111 specifically this week?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you got to know what you got on each possession and execute that because, like I said, they're going to get the ball to the skill position, and those guys are going to make plays. And if we're not doing our part, if anyone's trying to be Superman, they can go for a big run or a big pass.
I realize that you're only doing your 111, but how do you stop those specifically, or those big runs, those big passes?
Yeah, it's really as simple as seeing. Just do your 111. When you break down the film and look, whenever a big play hits, a big run or a big catch, there's always a guy who wasn't there. You know, we got to the point now where it's not hard to break down film. When a big play happens, we can see exactly who didn't do what they're supposed to do, and that's where we keep going back to do your 111 and make sure you're doing your job. And everyone does your job. We're gapped out, and you just got to be there to make the play.
Turnovers has been a big thing that Coach Gibbs has harped on. When you guys are able to force 3, what does that do for the rest of the defense?
That just gets us going, you know. It's another reassurance that what we're practicing and what we're doing in practice is paying off in the game. And I'm not surprised whenever turnovers come because, like I said, we harp on it so much during practice, and these guys make those plays all the time. It's just I'm happy to see it showing up on the field. And anytime we get the ball back to our offense, it's a good day.
Coach Kingsbury said, looking at your tape last year compared to this year, night and day compared to the consistent effort on each play, is that something that you've been kind of focusing on for yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Coach Smith always told me that, you know, I go as far as I want to go, but I have to be able to go hard every single play. And then Coach Gibbs came in here and he did a self-evaluation of me before we got started. He said he liked the player I was, but I don't play hard enough. And, you know, I just really took that to heart, and I try to go out there every play and give it all I have. And, I mean, it's my last year, so there's no point in holding back.
Look at not only you, but JJ as well, moved from corner to safety. When you see guys are versatile, what does that mean? What does that tell the younger guys?
It just tells the younger guys that, you know, we don't really have positions here. We're the best. They always, Coach Gibbs and Coach Smith always say the best 11 players are going to play for us on Saturday. The guys who do the right thing, the guys who are you can use in multiple positions. That's what they're going to put on the field, the guys they can trust. I mean, J.J. Gaines a testament to that. A guy who started at safety last year, you know, got hurt, came back this year. They wanted to move him the corner, play a little nickel and corner, move back to safety, had a big game this past week. And, I mean, it just embodies what we want this entire program, especially on the defense side, to be, a bunch of guys who do a lot of things and do a lot of things well.
Where have you seen the biggest improvement in the defense since the beginning of the season?
I feel like we're starting to play better together. You know, a lot of times, you know, we had a lot of great individual efforts. We had the Big 12 sack leader. We had guys who were on watch lists and things like that, but we never really played quite well together. There'll be a good play, but if you look around, besides the guy who made the play, there wasn't a guy who was celebrating with him after the play. There wasn't a guy, or it was a guy who may have probably got that same play that just went, you know, was kind of overlooked because someone made a great play, things like that. And I feel like we're starting to play better together, and it's starting to look cleaner on film.
You guys put up the most yards in school history on Saturday, so what's that feel like for you guys?
It's good. You know, it shows where our hard work's going towards, and it's paying off. And, you know, whatever it takes to win a football game. I mean, we can put up, you know, 20 yards, and as long as the defense gets something, you know, does something good. I mean, it doesn't really matter as long as we win football games. You know, but that's good. I mean, it just goes to show that all the hard work that we're putting in during the week is paying off.
Do you feel like that record means something to the team? It doesn't seem like you're just ecstatic about it.
What, the 700 yards?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's great. I mean, it's great to put up that many yards, you know. But right now, it's, you know, we're taking one game at a time. You know, we want to. W's are you know, a little bit more exciting than 700 yards. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's pretty impressive to be able to do that against a great Iowa State football team like that. But yeah, it's fun, it's exciting, and but you know, it's on to the next week.
Have you noticed how the receivers this year have done a better job blocking downfield?
Yeah, they're doing a tremendous job. I mean, that's what it takes. That's what a receiver, you know, has to do in this type of offense, and they're doing a great job. I mean, we're kind of. I told I forgot what game it was, but I told them, I was like, let's have a little competition. You know, the big guys against the little guys, who can get the most knockdowns. And you know, they were a little eager to hear that, but you know, it's fun to see that, and give it that, you know, that effort to go down there and put somebody on their back or just to extend the play by the blocking. But yeah, in this type of offense, receivers gonna have to do that.
Do you ever have some of the younger receivers come up to you after practice to try to get a quick tutorial, maybe some?
No, not really. They seem like they got it under control. I mean, they know what they're doing out there. They do drills, block it up drills during practice, but you know, yeah, it's not yet. They don't. No, they haven't asked us.
Coach brought up how difficult it is for you guys to continue blocking when you have Pat moving around. For you guys personally, how difficult is that?
I mean, it's something we have to do. It's you know, with Pat being able to do that we just have to, you know, finish our blocks till the whistle blows. And you know, we really don't know where he's at because he's able to do that. But I mean, it just goes to show when you're able to do that. I mean, he, you know, throws the ball a mile down the field to Jakeem and scores a touchdown. I mean, he's able to do stuff like that. That's what you have to keep your block going until the whistle blows.
What kind of goes through your mind when you know it's been maybe 5 seconds, you hear the crowd start to get loud? I think it might be another one of those plays that he makes that you just, what's that moment like, just knowing, like, you know, this could be a big play, don't want to mess this up?
Well, for us, it's, you know, just try to find somebody to hit because you really don't know where he's at. But yeah, and it's exciting. I mean, at 1 second you're blocking somebody and the crowd goes crazy, and you're, you know, wondering, you know, where's the ball at? Where's Pat at first? You know, let's find out where he's at, then let's go block somebody else so he can make a play. But it's exciting to block for somebody like that, yeah.